everybody. My name is Jim Behrens. I am the OA chapter advisor for the Bee Cave chapter, which is one of my current titles. There's way too many. At this time, on behalf of the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I hereby convene this Court of Honor for the purposes of presenting the Eagle Badge to Alex Schueppert. Please welcome Jax Ray up, who is the current senior patrol leader and good friend.
Lord, we stand before you this afternoon in awe of your glory and in gratitude for all of your blessings. We thank you for bringing us together as a family of scouts, gathered to celebrate the accomplishments of this scout in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. We ask that your love and joy be given to him, his family, his fellow scouts, and scout leaders, friends, and guests who are assembled here for us today. We pray that you would bless this celebration as we rejoice with them. Use this ceremony, Lord, to inspire vision and to encourage others to follow the path to Eagle. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Well, let's please welcome the Scoutmaster Emeritus, Mr. Stenning Schueppert, to inform us of the criteria a young man must complete to earn the Eagle Scout rank.
It's good to see a lot of you again and meet a lot of new faces from OA, from NAIL, from NYLT, etc. Alex asked that I keep this to 2 or less hours, so I will do my best. Before I begin, can I ask, by a show of hands, whose first Eagle Scout Court of Honor is this? 1, 2, 3. There's a couple more hands. You can raise your hand, guys, because I'm going to call you out. Thank you. So we have roughly 10 or so, 10, 12 folks who have never been to an Eagle Scout Court of Honor before, and I promised I would explain it along the way. But first, we're going to start for everyone's review, as well as those in the audience, as well as those possibly watching around the world. We do have, for the record, I think we have some folks dialing in from London. Alex's cousin and aunt and uncle are in London. But anyway, it is my job to review the criteria of Eagle Scout. The awarding of the Eagle Badge is an important and serious occasion, the climax of the scouting program, and the goal for which a scout works for many years. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in scouting, the last major step in its advancement program. Less than 4% of scouts in the United States reach the Eagle rank. And with the small percentage of people that join Scouts, mathematically there's about 18 to 20 Eagle Scouts in the world, and I think they're all in this room. The program starts when a Scout is 11 years old. They earn the Scout rank after learning basic skills and later tenderfoot. They go through Scoutmaster conferences. So here is where Alex is very thankful. And Alex, why are you so thankful where I stop at Scoutmaster conferences? Because who did you never have to do a Scoutmaster conference with? By a show of hands, who had Schueppert Scoutmaster conferences? I see the tears and scars in their eyes. They also go through board's review for those ranks. In a show of hands, can anyone raise their hand who had a board review with Mr. Alex Schueppert? One. I'm going to call you out. Guys, this is a participation award. The board of review for those ranks, and sometimes must do them over if they do not measure up. Did you ever make them do them over? Yes, as you should. As the boy advances in the troop and participates in campouts and programs, he earns his second and first class ranks. After the first few years in Scouts, the boy learns basic camping skills, first aid, knots, and cooking. Did anyone here learn how to make, say, hot dog water stew? There we go. He learns outdoor skills such as how to pitch a tent, properly use a knife and saw, and how to stay dry and warm when it is wet and cold. Was it ever wet and cold on any of your campouts? What was the wettest campout you had, Alex?
Probably the NASA overnight where like the tent pretty much just floated away. Just like, might as well be a sailboat, honestly.
Who else was at that campout? Marcy was. Namrata, where's Namrata? Namrata, stand up. No. There's a picture of that campout in the slideshow, so any of you that didn't have the joy of attending that campout, there's a picture of Alex's tent and others in the background in 6 to 9 inches of water in Houston. And then later, NASA, which was a slightly drier experience. He learns by watching and observing the older scouts and how to be a friend and mentor to the younger scouts and those in need. He also learns how to be a responsible member of his community. I think one of those responsible times when Alex was senior patrol leader and we were at Ashby Ranch, and then we lost Alex for a couple hours. Does anyone remember where Alex disappeared for a couple of hours? No?
You don't have to go here.
He fell asleep. Does anyone remember where he fell asleep?
No, sir.
He fell asleep in the porta potty for a couple hours.
It was cold. It was warm.
We did look everywhere, except we respect boundaries, apparently. To advance through the next several ranks, the scout must participate in leadership roles in his patrol and the troop, as well as earn many merit badges. Some are more difficult than others, but all of them require the scout to learn and practice concepts that they may not otherwise know about. To become an Eagle Scout, a scout must earn a minimum of 21 merit badges. Alex, how many did you earn? 37, so that's more? Okay. Including 14 of which are specifically required for the Eagle rank. He must serve actively in troop leadership for a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after achieving the rank of Life Scout. You all have it in your program, but Alex served as quartermaster for a year and a half and left his mark on that trailer, many scars on that trailer and that shed. And I see other quartermasters in the audience who have had that joy as well. While a Life Scout, he must plan, develop, and carry out a service project. We're going to hear about that later. Helpful to a religious institution, school, or community in a manner worthy of an Eagle Scout. He must demonstrate through the testimony of his character references that he lives by the principles of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law in his daily life. And just to check on that, Alex, why don't you stand up? Give me the Scout sign. Give me the Scout Law, please.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
And the Scout Oath, please.
On my honor, I will do my best, do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, and keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
So that wasn't in the script. I want to make sure he wasn't going to forget it. You too. Keep standing. Finally, he must appear and answer questions before an Eagle Board of Review. We have some members of his Eagle Board of Review here today, Mr. Yatim, Ms. Kilgard. Who else was there? Miss Felger, and Mr. Thompson. That's right. That's right. That photo is also in the slideshow. Once a scout completes all of those challenging requirements, he can submit his Eagle Scout application to the National Board. If approved, he becomes one of the 4% to earn this outstanding achievement. And now I will issue the Eagle Scout Challenge to our honoree. Alex, please come forward and stand next to me. It's pretty close. Alex, I challenge you on behalf of all Eagle Scouts to accept the responsibilities as well as the honor of the Eagle Award. These responsibilities are as follows. An Eagle Scout must live with honor. His honor is sacred, the foundation of all character. An Eagle will live so that he reflects credit upon his home, his church, his school, his friends, and himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor. An Eagle Scout is to be loyal. To thine own self be true, and it must follow as night follows day. Thou cannot be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss shall sway your loyalty. The blue on your badge is an emblem of this loyalty. An Eagle Scout is courageous. Courage gives all character force and strength. With trust in God and faith in his fellow man, He faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of your badge remind you of courage. An Eagle Scout is cheerful. I challenge you to embrace your studies and later your life's calling with humor and a happy heart, for it is this positive energy that will attract others to your cause. Finally, an Eagle Scout is service-oriented, extending a helping hand to those who toil along the scouting trail you've completed, just as others have aided you. Your daily good turn must take on a new meaning and lifelong pattern of service. Protect and defend the weak and the helpless. Comfort the unfortunate and oppressed. Uphold the rights of others as you do your own. Alex, you deserve much credit for having achieved this award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked upon as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guides for the rest of your life. Any of you who went through Scoutmaster Schueppert conferences, does that ring a bell? The Scout Oath and Law guide you through life. I keep going. You guys all right out there? All right. I also have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout Oath. And I also have the honor of inviting all of my Eagle Scouts, because once an Eagle Scout, so may all my Eagle Scouts please come forward and put their left hand on Alex's shoulder. There's going to be a bunch of you. Why don't you step in front? Yeah, you got, it makes me feel short back here. Wow. Everyone good up there? All right. Eagle Scouts, please give me the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance. To the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize. And take upon myself. The obligations and responsibilities. Of the rank of Eagle Scout. I will do my best. To make my training, example, rank, and influence. Count strongly for better scouting. And for better citizenship. In my troop. In my community. And in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. To I state your name.
I, Alex Schueppert.
That was just an airplane reference for all y'all. Please have a seat. Actually, that was an airplane. That was Animal House. Sorry, I messed up my own joke. Mr. Behrens, will you please join me at the podium and take over?
All right. They're asking me to do special comments. Not sure about the comments I would really make. I'm going to give you a little history of Alex's experience in the Order of the Arrow. Since I was not a member of Troop 30, I didn't really meet Alex until after he was in the Order of the Arrow. On March the 27th of the year 2023, he was elected into the Order of the Arrow. That, I believe, was maybe the first election that I ran as chapter advisor. So neither one of us knew what we were doing. Then in May, which was fairly quick, he went through ordeal at Lost Pines. I like to say that the ordeal is not what the ordeal used to be, but how was it, Alex?
It was a class red rainstorm, so
Another,
yeah, it wasn't great sleep, but it was a lot of fun.
another rainstorm, right? Yeah. Well, he didn't learn anything from it because in December that same year, he went and took his brotherhood. The brotherhood's not what it used to be, but what do you remember from your brotherhood?
I was honestly quite scared because I was still newer and didn't know really what
And I probably scared you a little, right?
Probably.
Used to, in a time gone past, brotherhood was done as a questioning. We used to call it the Inquisition. So nowadays it's a little bit more reflective, I might say. So through the years, Alex has been the Troop OA representative from Troop 30. He has done several things with the chapter, at least 6 ceremonies he's done. He's attended several lodge banquets. He's been to, I think what I counted was 4 or 5 assemblies. In the lodge, he has chaired the media committee. He's been the lodge webmaster, which he also recreated the website for the lodge and the one for our district you worked on too. He also has been the lodge secretary and treasurer. So hopefully he can balance a checkbook, even though they don't have one. Alex, what else have you done? Everything on the book.
At the bottom it says and so on.
And so on and so on. So really that's what I have to do. I really don't remember Alex being from the election. I think probably when you started doing Brotherhood was really when I started to recognize him. We've got 167 members in the chapter. So at my age, I can't remember everybody. So that's when I really recognized him, and he has been a fireball ever since. He's done things for the chapter, the lodge, the section, for national, and even a little bit of international stuff. So, Alex, we really do appreciate you. Thank you. Now, if I can get Carrie Thompson to come up and give some reflections.
Very good. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for letting me be here. It's always an honor to speak at any or do any kind of presentation or any talking about these scouts being up here. Again, it's always an honor, and I've gotten to know Alex over the last couple of years here through the Order of the Arrow and also through the NYLT course that him and I staffed this last Christmas time frame. Nothing but an amazing kid. Kudos to you, Mom and Dad, for what you did with him, because model scout and model, God, I get... He's a joy to be around, and I really do appreciate the time and effort you put into everything. For me, Alex really reminds me of my youngest, and he looks almost exactly like him, so I just got to do double takes with him some of the time, so I think that's why I really click with him a lot, because even the mannerisms, I'm like, I almost have called him Kyle a couple times, and I'm like, no, Alex. But just the amount of time and effort he's put into the Order of the Arrow, and even when he went through the NYLT course this last Christmas was just amazing. And he is the type of kid, he's so thoughtful and respectful to others, and he knows what it means to give and to be a servant leader for others. He goes above and beyond helping everyone out there, and just looking at what he's got on that sheet, he's only 15, y'all. I mean, that's huge. Just the accomplishments that you've made in the last, however many years, it's just amazing what you're going to do in the future. I'm so grateful that you stuck it out with scouting and you didn't quit. I know we've had that conversation about that, and I'm so grateful that you just went to the deep end of this organization and just took advantage of it. You have definitely given back to so many people, and there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you don't see what he does, and it's just how it's touched so many people. It's just amazing. I just want to congratulate you with this huge accomplishment, and I wish you nothing but the best with your future endeavors. And as you know, and many of you know, that Eagle Scout isn't the stopping point of scouting. It's just the beginning of what you're going to be accomplishing for yourself and others in the future. And I just think greater things to come for you. So congratulations, Alex. Sorry, I forgot to, I'm supposed to introduce Mr. Randall Goldsman. He's next.
All right, so yes, I knew Alex through OA for many years and then got the luxury of having him on one of my youth counterparts for QM. So I would like our QMs to stand up that were working together for this last course. Stand up. Safina, stand up. So without like, I've been on 3 courses, but Zena and Alex were the best I've ever worked with on staff. They ran the kitchen by themselves. They came up with their own menu, which I don't think it's ever been done, maybe once or twice. And just the energy they did, Safina and I were cleaning dishes and taking trash out while they ran the kitchen and coming up with different names for the cafe every meal. So, all right, sit down. I do want to acknowledge anybody that's been in it, that NYLT, stand up, just the support for Alex. Thank you. Okay. So today I just want to recognize a young man who has truly lives the Scout oath and law every day. The mission of Scouting is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices through their lives. Alex has done this exact thing every day. He doesn't just recite the words of the oath and law, he lives them daily. Whether serving his troop, mentoring younger scouts, or contributing to the chapter, his troop, or the lodge, Alex leads through action and example. He rolls his sleeves up, he's doing it. He's not just dictating what to do. He embodies what means to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, and kind. Not with just when people are watching, but when people aren't watching you, you're still doing that same thing. And in the quiet moments of service that define what real leadership is, his commitment to help others and strengthen our scouting community reflects in the very heart of the program that you're all about. I'm going to repeat what Mr. Barron said. Our lodge thanks you for creating such an amazing website because what we had was no one had access to the keys anymore. And even though you were being nitpicky of things where there's some errors that were popping up, it was like 5,000% better than what we had. So kudos, you're the only one that did all those hours and hours of work. And I know you don't sleep, so you need to sleep after this. Also, the time that you give to ceremonies in the lodge, like it's just endless hours. We all know that know Alex, he doesn't sleep. And today, he is the only Alex in the room today versus when we were on course where there was Alex. So you're a beacon of hope for so many scouts and a mentor to those that follow behind you. I'm incredibly impressed by the talented young man and leader that you become. Today is your day to celebrate and accomplish in scouting. Congratulations, Eagle Scouts. And now Heather.
Thank you. I'm sure everybody knows me as Heather Schueppert, but I like to be known as Mom. And I'm not here actually to speak as Mom Schueppert, because honestly I would not be able to get through the words. I need probably a hug from Carrie here. But I am here to speak on behalf of Manuela Anrango, who's the volunteer coordinator at Trinity Center, where Alex did his Eagle project. So what I share with you now is actually her words, since she could not be here today. Working with Alex on his Eagle Scout project was such a great and fulfilling experience. Trinity Center is a day resource center whose mission is to address the basic needs of people experiencing homelessness. We offer services like showers, clothing days, meals, ID assistance, hygiene items, and a safe place inside for people to be and spend their mornings. Alex chose Trinity Center as his beneficiary to donate little libraries with the purpose in mind that books, whether for learning or for entertaining, shouldn't be limited and everyone should be able to have access to them. The population we serve is often neglected, overlooked, and deprived of many resources, including this one. Alex saw an opportunity to make a difference and support our neighbors in this special way and didn't look back, even when obstacles came along the way. Alex had an amazing attitude when facing challenges regarding infrastructure, permits, and communication with other agencies. In fact, he was not only provided Trinity with a library, but he also benefited other organizations around downtown that serve our population. He was resourceful and adaptable, and his communication skills really helped throughout the entire process. I wasn't surprised when Alex let us know how successful the building of the libraries and the fundraising part of the project were, because he demonstrated strong leadership from the very beginning. Preparation, vision, self-confidence, and determination made this project successful and will make Alex's future a promising and admirable one. We were so glad Alex chose us for his project. Our neighbors are enjoying the books, being able to read, learn, and focus their minds on something positive while stimulating self-care despite their reality is something truly amazing and deeply appreciated by them. Congratulations, Alex, on this important step. It is well-deserved. We hope you stay connected with Trinity Center for the future projects, and we look forward to seeing you all the great things that your future will hold. From Manuelo and Rango. And with that, Jim Behrens will be back up to start the presentation of Eagle Awards.
Take this to the other side where I handle it a little easier. All right. To present the Eagle Scout Award, can I please invite Alex and his parents up here? How are we going to do this? It is impossible to count the many acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from his parents of our scouts. They have helped lead us to this day. Alex, would you please pin the mother's pin on your mother? Alex, throughout your scouting journey, your mother has been a constant source of support, and you better thank her for it. She encourages you, keeping you moving forward and standing behind you through every rank and requirement. As a symbol of the role she has played in helping you reach Eagle, the court now asks you to pin the pin on, which you've done. All right? Alex, your father has also walked beside you through the years in Troop 30, guiding you, cheering you on, and investing countless hours into campouts, meetings, and adventures that shaped your scouting experience. As a symbol of the role that he has played in helping you reach Eagle, the court asks you to pin on the father's pin. By the authority vested in me by the National Council Court of Honor of the Scouting of America, it is my privilege to pronounce you as an Eagle Scout, and it is with this distinct honor and pleasure that I present you with the Eagle Scout Award, which I will ask your mother to pin over your heart. This is- Now, Mr. Stenning, I'd like for you to put the eagle neckerchief on him.
Any of y'all that have been at other Eagle Scout Corps of Honors, that was about 20 minutes faster than it usually is. Yeah.
That's because I'm not a very good public speaker, so I rush through it.
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm at the pinning of the neckerchief.
And Alex, for completing 37 merit badges, I would like to present you with the Silver Eagle Palm. Congratulations, Alex. Now you
Standing. Stand right there. Last but not least, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout Charge. For those in the audience whose first Court of Honor this is given by an Eagle Scout to now a fellow Eagle Scout. Alex, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout Charge on this occasion of the elevation to the highest rank of scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you have been counted worthy of the highest rank in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement, including the 67 or so people here. You there. If any of you don't know that, count your blessings. There legitimately actually were 67 RSVPs. So Alex may have added a few names just to make sure there were. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, your fellow scouts, and mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to the Brotherhood of Scouting. When you fail, you bring down the good name of all true and worthy scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow scouts to your country and God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these things depend, for the most part, on the character and leadership abilities of its citizens. You are to help her in all that she needs most. She has a great past, and with you, hopefully, you are here to make her a greater future. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired to live life to its finest. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God, and whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record which every Scout may be proud. And to that honor, because today wouldn't be today without countless versions of Eagles, cupcakes, we also are giving you a lifelong membership to the National Eagle Scout Association. This allows you to stop being emailed every couple days asking for donations, but you are now once an Eagle. Always an Eagle. And this proves it. Congratulations. So with that, I give the microphone to Alex.
How's everyone doing? This? All right, fair warning, as y'all just saw, I like to talk a lot, but I'll make this quick-ish. I really like fellowship afterwards. We have amazing food. I want to talk to everybody afterwards, or as many people as possible. So, just fair warning, as I said. For those who know me well, you already understand that I love music. A lot. Last year alone, I had over 200,000 minutes on Spotify. So I thought it would be fitting for me to tie in two songs that have stuck with me while I was preparing for this speech. End of Beginning by Joe, which is currently playing, and Where Did the Time Go by Dr. Dog, because honestly, that's exactly how this moment feels. My time in Scouts, since I started a long while ago, has truly flown by. And when I look in this room, even at the people watching on the live stream, I see the faces of the people that made that time matter so incredibly much. Whether you're a Scouter, parent, a robotics mentor, a friend, a family member, or someone who just showed up for me in the many small ways along my journey, you've made a much bigger impact on me than you probably realize. And I mean that, truly. If you ever driven me to a campout, stayed late after a meeting, reminded me to bring something I definitely wouldn't have forgotten, or even just asked how I was doing on a random Tuesday, you are a part of this journey. You are part of why I stand here today. And the thing about Scouts is, it's not a straight path. Everyone in this room took a different route to get here. Some of us sprinted, some of us crawled. Some of us lost somewhere between the trailhead and the parking lot. But somehow, we all ended up here in the same place, together. And that's what makes this moment so beautiful. This ceremony doesn't just mark the end of my time in Scouts. It marks the end of beginning. This song, where the melody changes, not just because it's over, but because it's starting something new and something more. And when I think about that, I can't help but hear a line from Where Did All the Time Go? Because it really does help me feel like I've suddenly just teleported from where I began. Looking back at the years felt long while I was living them, but impossibly short with all these memories now. Campouts, meetings, service projects, leadership roles, I wasn't sure I was even ready for. People who believed in me before I even believed in myself. Moments that shaped me in ways that I didn't understand until much later. And all of it, every late night, every early morning, every challenge, every laugh, brought me to this very point, and I'm grateful for every second. And before I close, there's one more thing that I would like to say, something I wish someone told me earlier in my journey. There are moments in time of your life where things will get dark, where you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or like you're not moving fast enough. I've had these moments. We all have. And the truth is that progress simply doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't show up one day and tap you on the shoulder. You have to choose it. You have to take the step. Even when you're tired, even when you're unsure, even when the path ahead looks foggy, every rank, every requirement, every late night to finish something I shouldn't have started earlier, it all showed me that nothing changes unless you act. You don't climb a mountain by staring at it. You climb it by taking the first step, and then the next, and then the next. And even when your legs are shaking, you keep going, and you simply do your best. So if you're sitting here today, whether you are a young Scout, a parent, a leader, or a friend, and you face something hard, either you know you will be coming up on something or currently going through something hard, something that feels too big or too far away, I want you to remember this. You are allowed to struggle. You are allowed to fail. But don't stop moving. Don't stop trying. Don't even stop believing that the effort you put in today will shape the person you become tomorrow, because it will. And one day, you'll look back, just like I'm doing right now, and you'll realize that these moments that felt the hardest were the ones that made you the strongest. Now, even though tonight marks the end of beginning, I want to take a moment to reflect on that beginning. No one gets through scouting alone. We all rely on each other along the way. And as part of the Eagle Corps of Honor, we recognize someone who has made a real impact on that journey. I started scouting back in elementary school, went through Cub Scouts, and crossed over into the troop, where I started slow, but eventually found my place in serving others. I stepped into roles like patrol leader and quartermaster, and throughout all of that, there was one person who constantly asked, "Hey Alex, need any help loading the trailer?" Almost every time, without doubt. Most of the time, I didn't need the help, but the times I did, he simply jumped right in without question. Whether he realized it or not, that simple question made a large impact on me. When I became SPL, he did that exact same thing, asking if I needed help setting up for meetings. And he also asked if I needed any help taking down after the meetings ended. He was always there, always steady, always willing to serve. And as my dad already made clear, I never really had a Scoutmaster conference with him, so I had to find someone else to do Scoutmaster conferences with. So I found someone else to do it with someone else. I had these Scoutmaster conferences everywhere. One of them was in a canoe, another was at Lost Pines, but no matter where we were or how hot it was, this person brought me new ideas, challenged me to think differently, and inspired me to do more. For becoming a role model, for always being there to help, and for giving me perspectives I never would have seen my own, I would like to present my Eagle Mentor pin to Mr. David Utine.
All right, well, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit starstruck, if I stutter my way through words. Nominally, this is a pin that a scout gives to an adult that has been particularly encouraging in the scouting journey. But the fact of the matter is that I think Alex has needed precious little encouragement in his scouting journey. One of the joys of being an adult involved in scouting is you get to see how very young kids become great, very young adults. And I remember when the Schuepperts first came to Troop 30 and they opened up this house and we had that first party.
Non-scout event.
That's right, exactly. It wasn't, and nobody took his shirt off, and no, nothing. They didn't happen. But I remember seeing Alex like this quiet little mouse on the side of the room. I had met already Devin, and I saw Alex, and at first I mistook them both and said, I thought Devin was a little taller. I'm sure that's a recurring joke in the family now, but Alex was very quiet. And you know, that was it. He was the young man that would, you know, enter scouting. Once he joined the troop, I'm sure he needed a couple of nudges early on, like all first-year scouts need. But then he started taking leadership roles, and it was real impressive the way he thrived in each one of them, ending with his SPL experience, which I've always said, you know, he knocked it out of the park. Alex infused his tenure of SPL with his personal style of discipline and fun, having fun. So kind of like Frank Sinatra, he did it his way. Having, quite a bit of a pedigree of, dad being the scoutmaster, older brother Devin, being a very good, very successful SPL as well, he did it in his own fashion. And I don't know if many people here know that in the fall of 2024, completely extracurricular, Alex organized a canoeing trip to the Rio Grande. 3 nights, excellent execution, great nights. That was the one time when Troop 30 invaded Mexico, and we got away with it. And, you know, we got some laughs along the way, you know. We had some meandering livestock that left some organic offerings at the portal of Scoutmaster's Ray's tent. And we wrapped it up with a night of camping at was that the Chisos Basin on Big Bend, when I was setting up to take a night picture, and I realized that there was a comet in the sky that I didn't know about and that I couldn't see from Austin. So it was excellent, excellent execution along the way. So because I know what interest Alex has in the future, going to college and whatnot, I have to say, if you ever get tired of designing spacecraft and rocket ships, I think you have a future in adventure vacation planning. But I want to say one more thing. If you indulge me on repeating the analogy of aerospace engineering, your family, mom, dad, brother Evan, your scouting experience, and your Eagle rank are sending you to life with higher initial velocity. So we expect you to reach further. What that reach is going to be will be your call, but you've been given great tools to take on great deeds. So we look forward to seeing, you know, what those deeds will be. So thank you very much. This is an honor beyond words. I'm humbled. I'm honored that you would think of me. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Shoot, it's my turn to talk now? I don't know how I can follow that up. Can we give another round of applause for that speech? That was a good speech. I'm just going to keep it short for these closing remarks, but I just want to say one more time, I'm really proud of you. You've done so much in the program. Getting Eagle Scout at this age is incredible, but then also with Palms is just, it's amazing. I don't know how you did it, but congratulations again. I'm super proud of you. So to just wrap up this Court of Honor with the benediction for both the Eagle Scout and for all of us. May we all grow in character and ability as we grow in size. May we be honest with ourselves and others in what we do and say. May we always honor our parents, our elders, and our leaders. May we develop high moral principles and the courage to live by them. May we strive for health in body, mind, and spirit. May we always respect the rights of others. May we set a good example so that others may enjoy and profit from our company. May we give honest effort to our work, and may we learn things that will help us make life better for every little living thing in God's beautiful world.
And now, I declare this Eagle Scout Court of Honor adjourned. Please stay afterwards to congratulate Alex and enjoy refreshments and dinner in the kitchen. Please enter through the front hallway to your right, and thank you all for attending. Thank you.